Never leave the house without the pack. Where my at? Take an L and try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's cap. I've been through with that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. I ain't got it, but they hands to the ceiling. I ain't palm reading, but I got them and they feeling it. Ain't vanilla ice, but I'm iced out chilling. Was the good God how they made me the villain? Don't get a room, but they gave me the villa. I got game sports center.
I look like 20 phone games just be normal.
20 dips in a sprinter. What's a never been afraid to play my cards. What's a risk to a winner? Barely got what these days. What's a lame to a real one? Never leave the house without the bag. Where my at? Try to double back. We ain't doing that. Say she mad, but I know it's bad. I've been doing that. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Need someone to hype me up. Hype me up. Never turn my back on my guys when they need me. Gotta give respect for my job. It ain't easy. In the good business, God is the reason.
Nah, so I probably poured bleach water in this thing.
Can we make our coffee in the morning? In the morning?
Why the morning? Make one now. Wait, do we got coffee? Yes, I thought.
So you can freaking waste it? I got these for you because you like these.
What? Rice cakes.
Oh, you don't like them no more.
Oh.
Got some good bread.
Historic Lambeau Field. Fittingly, it butts up against Lombardi Avenue here in the heart of Green Bay, Wisconsin.
Today we've got an interesting Week 11 matchup on tap, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the Green Bay Packers.
The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. They'll start on the ground. It's Derrick Henry. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Well, there you go. This offense off to a strong start this afternoon.
Yeah, with a big run and a first down. That's putting what you practice into play. That's excellent execution to get things started.
They keep it with Henry on first down.
And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
Absolutely no trouble moving the ball on the ground on the first 2 plays from scrimmage.
Absolutely. You know what I really like? Same guy carrying the ball in both plays, and what drives me crazy is when a back has a nice run, he taps his helmet to go out of the game. I would want the ball again and again and again because you've established really nice momentum, and now you're seeing the field really well.
First down, Henry with a little bit of running room. Nice gain. He'll get about 6 yards there. The Packers at 4-5, a game under 500. Well, they were losers last time out, trying to turn things around here in this one.
And it always helps to have a home crowd behind you, giving you encouragement as long as you give them something good to cheer about. So you know they just want to come out and play well for their faithful, and I expect them to do just that.
First carry now for A.J. Dillon. And Dillon going to pick up a Packers first down as he'll be brought down at the 27.
Yeah, once more, strong running, excellent blocking at the point of attack. They've got a nice little drive brewing right here.
Switching things up, they'll throw it now with Jordan Love. They'll roll him out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
Well, competition comes up in so many different ways, and right now, this unit, their competition is who's going to get to the quarterback the most times. Had about 5 sacks last week. We just saw their first one of this game.
On second down, here's Henry. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30.
50 yards rushing for him as he's got the afternoon off to a great start. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
3rd and long for Love.
Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Picked off by Michael Davis. And the Chargers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line.
Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions, can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
Herbert going to lead up the Chargers here, 1st and 10.
Right at the 30. Here's Eckler to begin the drive. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter 1. Here's Herbert now on second down. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Packers pick it up. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And I guess we're back to square one. A rocky start here.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the Packers are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Now, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
2nd down, they go again with Henry. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46.
It's a gain of 12, and the Packers have the first.
Well, there's plenty of real estate for him to maneuver on that run, and let's face it, this shouldn't be a surprise. He's one of the better backs in the league. Had to come into this game with the idea, slow him down, otherwise it's going to be a long afternoon.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
You talk about the defense for these Chargers.
They're currently 6th in the NFL in defending the run.
Now if they could just get their pass defense in line, this unit would be really, really strong. And remember the conversation with the defensive coordinator? He wants them to rush the passer better. He wants to see the quarterback on the ground. They've got to create some sacks.
And he said it starts early and often. We'll see if they can get to him.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 9.
Glove. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down.
Grover Stewart getting in there for the sack.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going.
And you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the number 1 goal? Make the playoffs. Number 2, win your division. Number 3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the number 1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Justin Herbert looking to pass. And he'll throw this one away. I don't think he's out of the pocket. No, here comes the flag.
Yeah, he hadn't gotten far enough away from the pocket to throw that football away, and that draws the flag.
Yeah, the old tackle box, right? Get outside of each tackle, and then you can go ahead and throw it away, and you're in good shape. But if you're back there in the pocket, you got to make sure of what you're doing.
Flush to his right. And he'll go right back to Allen. That's complete. And he went in route there from the slot for the completion.
Love how he runs his routes because it's all setting up your defender. Give him a little something one way, take it the other way. Head and shoulder fake. Sometimes you make one step to the outside, then break it inside. Really well-run route.
Herbert on third down now. Able to complete it to Johnston. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Quentin Johnston, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Chargers post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Play action's supposed to be used to slow down pressure, slow down blitzes. In this case, though, if it takes a little too long to develop, you got people right in your face.
And lucky just to get rid of the ball with the arm going forward. Could have been a fumble. On third down, Love.
And that is incomplete. Oh, he did everything but hold on to it. But a nice play defensively, and now it brings up 4th down.
On now is the Packers punter as he'll punt it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. This is fielded at the 27.
A nice return that time, gets 12 yards back.
And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Charger drive about to get going. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
And he'll take this for about 4 up to the 46-yard line.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks, allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Escaping the pressure right. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back.
And he is going to have the Chargers first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
Defensively, they came into the game with the understanding they're going to have to slow him down on passes just like this because he was over 100 yards receiving a week ago. And you know they want to get him involved here as well.
Herbert setting up to throw on first down. It's reeled in downfield by Johnston. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give him 30 yards there. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now it's Herbert. He's got another one to Johnston. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for 2nd down, staying ahead of schedule. Again, Herbert eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Herbert. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
It's been a tough go for him. These guys have been driving down the field, but defensively, once they got their backs to the goal line, turned up the pressure, that's going to lead to a 4th down. Well played.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. They snap it to Herbert. This is caught. And the Chargers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Well, the feel that I get on this is that they felt like 3 was just not going to be enough after getting this deep into their territory.
And Charles, correct me if I'm wrong, but it didn't even look like they hesitated there. They knew they wanted to go for it.
That tells me that during the week, they were thinking about these situations, and they feel like maybe they're just the better team, and they want to go ahead and prove it conclusively.
Herbert throwing again. Being chased out left. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Quentin Johnston with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Chargers go up by 2 touchdowns. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Nixon elects not to return it, and this comes out to the 25. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. It's a gain of 16 and a 1st down for the green and gold.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Play fake. Here's Love. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes. Joey Bosa in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out because the entire game he's been under siege.
That one to Reed, and it is caught on the dive. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. 10th carry now for Derrick Henry. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 86 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this first half. Now Love. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked off by Asante Samuel Jr. He had his eyes on the end zone. He got close. At least he set the offense up nicely, but he's probably mad he didn't take that one to pay dirt.
I agree with you, and you know he's going to get teased because he didn't get it all the way into the end zone. But if they don't score now, if they don't get a touchdown, he won't just get teased.
And this will be caught in the end zone for a Chargers touchdown. Quentin Johnston on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half. Dicker down to tack on the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Makes the score Chargers 21, Packers nothing.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Keyshawn Nixon now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Packers take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Ready. Ultra. Go ultra.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll just burrow his way back to the line of scrimmage, and that's about it. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. A 2nd and 10, a very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Say hello to Eric Kendricks. He gets the sack there. So we have reached halftime intermission with the visiting Chargers on top as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
These two teams going through their final adjustments. It's about time for the second half in Green Bay. So for the call, we go back up to Lambeau and Brandon Gott.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, this offense, this team, they are rolling right now, Charles. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. You look at the scoreboard, and they pretty much right now got this thing on cruise control.
Yeah, and this is that time of game where you and I have to be prepared, right? Isn't this kind of like that empty the bucket time where you have to go into your blowout material and make sure we have some different things? That's what we're staring at right now, the way this one is going.
I'm trash.
It's up to the 47 and brought down there.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's a 2nd and 8. Here's Herbert. And this is caught by Williams. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Here's Herbert. Got a man, it's Allen for the Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen with career touchdown number 60. And the Chargers take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Extra point try now from Dicker. It's good, and they stretch their lead to 28-0 now.
Score, Chargers 28, Packers 0.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Nixon now from his end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30. Past midfield. Still going. One man to beat. And he will score. Touchdown.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it. And you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone. And that's exactly why he did.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6.
And that's caught inside the 35. A big play there for L.A. 51 yards. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Off the play fake to Eckler, it's Herbert.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes.
Quiddy Pay
just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. That's their first time getting to the quarterback, sack number 1. And, you know, they had 5 last week, I'm remembering.
And you have to find a way to slow down the pass rush, not necessarily with just protecting your quarterback, but you show them a lot of different.
Touchdown, L.A.
Quentin Johnston,
31 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
So another touchdown there, and even though we're still just here in the 3rd quarter, kind of hard now to see them giving up this lead.
And this is just an offense that's imposing its will right now. You name it, they're able to do it. If you're the play caller, whatever you want to select is there. You want to run it, you want to throw it, pick a play, any play. They're rocking and rolling right now.
The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he returns this to the 22.
On the return, the Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
At the 33-yard line.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss.
Hurry!
Here's Love. He's got it complete. Derrick Henry. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. And now it looks like they're going to be in the hurry up. And going deep for Hill. And this is caught. And it's a Packers touchdown. Tyreek Hill, 61 yards.
And the Packers are able to cut into that deficit.
Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there Now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
So now Carlson, after the touchdown, called on to send this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
At their own 22-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Still operating with a comfortable lead despite the score a moment ago as they begin 1st and 10. Herbert jet sweep as he taps it forward. From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 9. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. He's got this to Williams, complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, 2nd down.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved.
Back to throw here, Herbert.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Try to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Complete to Johnston here.
And he'll get this to the 40, but that's still going to be a few yards short of the 1st down. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the 1st down. Now to be 4th and short.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. Out of the gun, Herbert. And Allen's got it.
And he is going to have the Chargers 1st down. They needed 3. They got 6. Plenty enough for the conversion on 4th.
Herbert now. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Chargers.
Quentin Johnston, 33 yards. And the Chargers get another 3rd quarter touchdown to add on to that lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
Nixon now from his end zone. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20.
The Packers take over at 1st and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
Come on, bring it back. Get to the yard. Bring it in.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after their last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
The slot man in motion right.
They'll go with a touch pass here, trying to pick it up.
And this defense rallies, and they stop him short of the 1st down, right near the 24. And they're going to at least line up to go for it here on 4th down. They're indeed going for it as they look to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Hill going to go in motion right. So a moment to catch our collective breath after the fourth down conversion. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Ready, ready. Black shot.
Love, they go play action now. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Joey Bosa picks up his second sack of the afternoon. Love looking to throw it. Open man, that's Henry. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line. And they're going to speed things up here. First down, going to the air with Love. He's going to launch this deep for Watson. And this is taken in at the 5. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 48 yards. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Love will sneak it. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jordan Love scoring on the sneak from a yard out. And the Packers get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So after the made field goal, here's Carlson to send it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Charger drive about to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would. He's got a man complete. There he goes left side. He's to the 10 and all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Mike Williams, 83 yards. And the Chargers are closing in on a 9th victory on the year as they extend their lead. Extra point up and good by Dicker. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away. Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
It's caught inside the 25. It's a big play there for Green Bay. 55 yards. Off the play fake, Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Luke Musgrave from 17 yards out. And the Packers get a bit closer.
Did you see how the linebackers froze for just a second? That's why you run play action. You want to keep them rooted in the spot and create a little bit of extra space so your tight end can find some room behind them. And then the quarterback finds his target downfield, and he turns it into 6 points.
Carlson's extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
Blitz coming, and down he goes. Rashawn Gary able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Justin Herbert looking to pass. This is caught by Williams. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Well, normally you might say start running the football. You've got the lead here in the fourth quarter, but the way that they've passed it with such success, I don't know, maybe keep throwing it.
Yeah, I think you brought up something that goes against conventional wisdom, right?
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackman.
And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. The interception was a good starting point, but still a huge hill to climb with his 3-score deficit. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it.
But such a costly interception, nearly a pick six, but now they're so close, they are knocking on the door for a touchdown.
And I never want to get on any team for being aggressive because that's part of what their makeup is, and oftentimes it's successful. But in this case, you've got to be selective about it and make sure you take care of the football. That interception almost cost them 6 points. Now their defense has to run onto the field, probably giving the quarterback a few side eyes along the way. They've got to see if they can stop a score.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Now it's Herbert. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Quentin Johnston, a 1-yard touchdown reception.
And the Chargers up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point up and good by Dicker.
And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kick unit on here for the Chargers as they will send this one away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Buying time to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Love from the gun on 3rd down. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. A hit as he throws, and this is going to be incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Chargers will get the football back in excellent field position.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided.
And they are going to score as they just add to their totals.
I'm not sure what other ground there is to cover here. I mean, this offense has been amazing. Just total domination, Charles.
They've clicked so well, and if you really focus in on the offensive line, they've protected well when they wanted to throw the ball. They've moved people off the line of scrimmage when they wanted to run it. Smiles all the way around. This offense has been really good in this one.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Nixon now from his end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown.
And this is caught on the sideline. Are the feet in? They are. What a catch. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Love. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Reed. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. To pass, here's Jordan Love.
Finds his receiver, Watson.
That'll give him 8 that time, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Again, it's Love. He finds Watson complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. Now Love. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone, I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass, let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Carlson's extra point up and good.
And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. And this will not work out. The Chargers able to recover.
Well, CD, you understand. I mean, they're so eager trying to get back in this game here in the 4th quarter, but they touched that one a little too early before it went 10 yards.
Brandon, in such a high-stakes scenario, everyone's feeling the pressure on this play. The special teams coordinator, which one is he going to pick in terms of kicks? Can the kicker execute it? Can the team wait for 10 yards? So many variables, and in this case, they didn't get it done.
The throw over the middle taken in. And now they're in the hurry-up. They're going to pass here with Herbert.
He dumps it to Eckler underneath.
They'll give him 4 yards there, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Herbert. He finds his target, Allen, and he'll be out of bounds. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance.
And it'll be intercepted. Devondre Campbell, the linebacker, picks it.
At their own 11-yard line.
Ready,
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. He'll buy some time right. He's going to let it fly.
And this is dropped. Oh, it's incomplete. He had a big gainer in his sights, but he could not reel it in.
And this is a situation where, as a head coach, you're just saying, what else could go wrong? Let's get it all out of our system, please. This has been a sloppy game throughout. The execution has...
Oh, now it's free. Hill fumbled it. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys will take over at the 14-yard line in the red zone. And I don't know that fumble's going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the fourth. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or two about, we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far.
And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today.
Picked off by Quay Walker. And the Packers are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here.
Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. A lot of them went on the board. Both offenses were clicking. Charles, these defenses, meanwhile, have a little something to clean up before their next contest.
Yeah, neither end zone had a stop sign in it, did they? I mean, for both sides, visit it, and with frequency. Not fun to be a defensive player, but on the offensive side of the ball, those guys had a blast. One team came away with a victory, even better for them.
So for Los Angeles, the great run they've been on continues as they move to 9-1 now. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, it was a game they really needed as they drop back to 4-6. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew,
in peace. I'm really just getting started. You've only witnessed the tease. 10,000 steps ahead as I choke on these. 2017 was my moment of truth. I was a year away from not being known as a youth. Approaching manhood. Peach fuzz covered my chin. Even then I would leave rap going with the wind. I'm not a Muslim, so why would I lie or pretend? I'm not too good at following trends. I am the trend. I am the truth. I am the God. I am the Zen. There is no way around it. My just make amends. These flows are coated golden. If you the then I must be the cold and exploding what the commode is. Real soon they're gonna have to mention Mr. Clay the magician with the greatest of Drizzy, Drakes, and Wheezies, Andres and Jiggers, Pac, Biggie, and Nas, Face Mob, Easy and Raekwon. It's easy to say these things looking for clout, but this is non-fiction. The proof's in the pudding, it's none missing. You and your opinion, you can stick that up your... I jumped to touch the sky and landed on planet Uranus. Houston, we got a problem. No need to look for solutions. I'm stacking Eisenhowers. Deceased presidents in the wall in my residence as I increase stepping on balling forever while kissing the sweet melanin of a broad that I met in the Netherlands. Address me as Marcus Clay, the developing veteran. That's why I got no time to sleep. I gotta creep the late night to get this cake to bake right. I'm thinking real estate licenses. I've seen multiple moments of indecisiveness. I got scars on my back that resemble tiger slits. When it's all said and done, I'll be one of the greatest you know. The only one left like a by the Uno. But who knows what the future holds. My moving stupid. Most of you do it for the internet, and I'm not into that. And that's the disconnect. Comparing me to these rappers is disrespect. Who's the best MC? Cole, Kendrick, and me?
Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Yo, she could come around but can't stick around. That's how I tease her. Been having my way since a little. I ain't never been no pleaser. Always gonna crush these souls when they realize I don't need them. I don't give a got close wheels. You cross the line, I'm squeezing. Every day the same routine, same ain't no new team. Never ever had hoop dreams, but I'm ballin' like I want a ring. Demon time over everything. You don't know how much it really means. Struggle took a toll on them. Oh, had to come and intervene. Boy, them keys to that Bentley. I'm trying to drive it around. But I think I'm driving it gently. Now I'm speeding through the town. I can't even put my phone down. Trying to show the world how it sound. Around and make the wrong turn. We don't even want to turn around. Lately I've been thinking, what would I be if I ain't take a risk? Struggle, I hated it at the time, but it's the reason I'm rich. Never see me knocking nobody. I know how hard it can get. Respect whoever on they. Cause you be in your zone when you winning on your own when you winning. Wake up, look out the window, see the rose in the Bentley when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. Oh, you rock designer clothes when you winning. Keep when you winning. People all in your business, gotta ride with it tinted when you winning. When you winning, when you winning. I don't do, but I've been off them all week. Tryna take this far as I can. I